I'm sure you have heard of building permits, zoning permits, and land use permits. But we frequently have clients who ask us, what the heck is a sign permit? Sign permits are required to ensure that your sign legally meets zoning and building ordinances, as well as safety standards. If you do not file for a permit and receive approval, you could be fined exponentially, and that could impact your business greatly. In addition, we often get asked, how long does this process take? And we wish we had an easy answer. Most cities, counties, and jurisdictions typically take about 2 to 4 weeks, but we have seen the permits take even longer. Unfortunately, the permit process varies widely among towns and cities. Your neighbor across the street could have different regulations due to zoning, and every county has different requirements and processes. With this knowledge, we always recommend getting the permit ball rolling as quickly as possible. In our local area, Denver is the municipality that requires the most detail when submitting. So we have made it a company policy to draft all permits to the requirements of Denver to make the permitting process as streamlined as possible. That's why we require the following documents and information in order to submit a permit. The property owner or management's signed approval and permit authorization letter. A licensed surveyor's site plan, which is a document that is usually needed for freestanding signs. You can usually retrieve this from the property owner. Stamped plans by a licensed engineer. This plan is required by many towns for certain types of signs that are over 6 feet tall. A special committee review application, such as planning board or special improvement district. A zoning application form. A building and electrical application form. If the sign is illuminated, electrical approval will be needed. Your sign's drawings and schematics. Pictures and sizing of all existing on-site signs. Building drawings, which are usually in the form of a PDF and come from your engineer or general contractor. Setback measurements from the sign location and the property line. Linear footage of the building on each side a sign will be on. Now you're probably thinking, where do I even begin with this? And fortunately, I have a simple answer. Start with Signorama Brighton. With 17 years of extensive experience in dealing with Colorado state laws and regulations regarding signs, we know to expect the unexpected. Interpreting ordinances is not always straightforward, and ordinances come in written form. So there is the matter of interpretation by the zoning officer. Your permit is at the whim of the zoning officer. So we step in to alleviate this aggravation by dealing with the officers directly on your behalf. With our permitting expertise, our goal is to get your permit through the process in one shot. Of course, we cannot guarantee this, but providing as much information and documentation as possible in the first submittal gives us the best chance. Okay, great. I want you to submit permits on my behalf. What do you need from me? Outside of the documentation that we talked about earlier, we're going to need your proof approval on the signing question, an approved estimate, and a half down payment to get started. Because once we receive your approval from the correct jurisdiction, we immediately push the sign into fabrication to get it going as quickly as possible. If you are in need of a business sign sooner than the permit process allows, we offer many temporary solutions like banners, window clings, A-frames, and many other types of signage to make sure people know your business is there. If you are tearing your hair out trying to get your sign permit going, you know who to ask. Ask the Sign Lady at askthesignlady.com or give us a call at 303-914-9700. Talk to you soon.